moving on out here with the harvester. We're gonna go do a contract for a local farmer here. They're like, hey, you want to help? I'm like, yes, I'll help. I didn't say it like that, but you know. I said, I'm like, yeehaw, I can help you out. Ting. Yeah, no, I didn't say it like that either. But we're going to help a neighbor, which is great. So we did get a few things. Purchased a couple, a truck and a trailer, and a seed, you know, oh gosh. Oh crap, I can't remember what it's called now. So, a wagon, so we can harvest it, yeah, basically bring it out there. So we got all these things we're working with here. So I never used stuff like that, but the type of fields we don't want to take the semi in the middle of the field either, too. So we'll work that out. So we'll take care of those things. This contract came up and for harvesting some oats. They just want us to go up there, harvest it, and get it done, son. So we'll go up there and we'll get a little rapport with the families, the area, you know, and we're helping people out and doing some stuff. So we're helping people out, making a few bucks, and getting some more rapport and some options here. So, you know, more things come about, and you help each other out. You know, this is helping this guy out. We're going to get a little bit of the profit. They're covering all the costs with everything. So, now I do have a truck and trailer, which I'm going to probably use that for this, but that way we're not using that little teeny tiny tractor and the two little tiny trailers that they have. So by that time we'll take about 12 trips down to the store to sell us off. So let's use the bigger equipment. So yeah, so we got our equipment we'll use on that. I'll show you that truck and trailer here in a few, but yeah, it's gonna be nice. Didn't go crazy large. We have options for it, but we can always upgrade to that too. So harvester is the only thing we haven't bought yet, really, and I mean baler, smaller stuff like that. The big equipment we haven't bought a trailer or a harvester yet, which I'm thinking we might lease one the first year or so, because we don't really need to have one. It's gonna sit in the garage for like a whole year until the harvest is ready. So I mean, things like that don't really need to be taken care of. But all right, we'll turn here. This kind of reminds me of some of my own hometown of Colorado here. Colorado, where I was from. Alright, we're going to go ahead and pull up next to this field. It's on the right there. We'll get this baby harvested, man. Yeah. There's a little spot here we can kind of pull over. Not too much of a dip there. Oh, maybe a little bit. Whip it out. Oh yeah, buddy. Alright, let's get around this stuff here. Ooh, yeah, okay. Just barely tucked it around. So we're going to start taking this thing out. We're not going to get a straw off of this one. They just want to go ahead and get it done, so we're going to go ahead and just take it out. Get it in, son. So we'll pull these oats out, put them in our trailer, take them off to be delivered, and make some money off that, and also start off with some smoochy points, you know, some friendly neighbor points.
Would you be my neighbor? Hi, neighbor.
But it's gonna be nice. Get these oats off of here, and like I said, normally is some extra, so we'll make a little extra money off of that. I don't know, it's a $22,000 contract, so it's not bad at all. But with the extra, I think we'll get over 35, maybe even 40,000. So we'll be right about 350. If we keep doing stuff like that and adding up, we'll be able to get a harvester, no problem. But I think the biggest thing is, like I said, the first year or so, until we get our own crops sold, we might just go ahead and lease the harvesters or do something like this, like we normally do. One of the best things I've learned with anything at this game setup is utilize the equipment that you can use for for these contract stuff. Now, like the header, or if you're using a tractor for a trailer, you're fine. Tractor and trailer is absolutely fine. But if you're using a header or some type of other implement, fertilizer spreader or whatever, you may have to lease the spreader, but you don't have to lease the tractor, which could be a pretty good thing, especially if you're buying. Harvesters are really expensive. So instead of buying one or even leasing for 10, 12, 15,000 even, you just use one that they have, lease the header for, what, 3 or 4 grand, and you're good. It's a good deal. But either way, we're going to go ahead and get this all finished up. I'm going to go get our truck, so we have the big truck to dump it into, and we'll see y'all in a few. There you can see the PTO kicking off there on the bottom right there. If I scroll back a little bit, look at that. America. America on the trailer, flag on there, flag on the Dimco. So this is the dealio I got there, and then Mack truck got the America on. Boom, we're good to go. And this thing is really cool too. I like how this. It's more realistic when it goes slow. It's kind of a pain to some degree if you're trying to hurry, but it's just really cool how that rolls. It would roll slower like that. I drip down there, so it's just so cool. Oh, it tucks under. That's cool. Ha ha ha. It's really cool. But we're going to go ahead and take the truck now. Boom. Now, this doesn't have a lid on it, which is kind of a bummer, but that part's stinky, but either way, we're going down to, by the way, we're going right over to the ethanol plant. That's where it's going to level 2. So we'll take this down with our good old Mack. Got the Mack there, got the Mack back there. Boom, we're backing it. I like it. It's cool. But yeah, trying this out. A little bit different than what I normally do, as I'll just drive the truck in the field half the time, but it's not realistic-ish. Not like a lot of the stuff is anyway, but you know what I mean? But so we're gonna tuck down to the right here. Don't see anybody coming. Okay, cool. Tuck down to the right, and then we'll tuck it to the left right away. I took one load down here, then I upgraded the trailer because it would have been more loads too, which is interesting because this thing has, it was a base one on this trailer is 42,000 liters. They gave me 2 little like 18 or 12,000 liter things. Man, I'd have done like 20 trips across here.
It's crazy.
I may have to look and see what I can work with on that, but this is great. Good. Got our first contract almost completed, which we deliver this, it will be complete. Don't mind these stop signs. Nobody saw this blink away. No, what? What are you talking about? One of these days I'm gonna pay like realistic, but yeah. It's not a bad idea. You have to stop everything, actually do in-cab view and go the speed limit, things like that. Be an interesting turn of events, wouldn't it? Alright, here's our Church-a-poo there. Now this one, I got the doors open already. I left them open because you have to go through it. You're supposed to go around the certain way, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Make sure we're doing it legitimate. Or something like that. Yeah, this is kind of cool. Get a little cruise tab. Get in the field, and then get a little cruise tab. And once we get our farm up and running better. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Tried hitting the turn signal and went flying back to the wrong vehicle. I see it says wrong way, so you don't enter that way. We gotta come around this way. And come on into the gated area. Like I said, I had that opened already, so we're coming through here. There's an office there, and we're just gonna keep on cruising along. Chetta chetta choo choo. This is where they weigh us, tell us you're a fat hoe, you're a fat trucko. Sorry, that came out wrong. Let's see if this does it. It's a scale there, but should tell us on that thing, I would think, but whatever. Whatever. A little bit of water in there. That's cool. Choo. But yeah, so we'll dump this out. Get our. I mean, we don't need the wheat or the barley for anything either, so we'll just sell everything there. Once we get our crops harvested, we'll be able to get some. I mean, we have to wait another year actually because we're getting some straw for the cows. Get some there. But yep. And you come over here and as you can see, gives little arrows. Door 1 is sales, 2 production. And then you know how usually things crash in here. Look how high these bays are there. Did a good job of making this building big enough. Because once you go into here, how high that goes, it's pretty cool. And nope, there we are. Well, it's a lot further than I thought up in there, but yeah, that's good. And here comes the grain. Yeah, boosh, there it goes. Yeah, 90%. All right, how much are we gonna get extra? Hopefully it's a lot. Oh, come on, let's go with this. Yeah, it's about 10,000 or so. It's a little over 6,000 extra, so not a whole lot actually. So we're gonna be about 30,000, yeah. So it's not too shabby. Yeah, things are a little loud there, aren't they? Holy crap! We also have a scale headed out, and see that scale tells us what the weight is there. Oh yeah, there it is. See. Maybe I just need to be closer to the other one. I don't know. Whatever. I'm going to go ahead and close these gates because I don't need them right now. So I'm going to go ahead and go over here. Hit that one. Apparently I went through a puddle because it splashed it on me. And we're done. So, contract complete. Oh, I got to get all my stuff back to the homestead, but let's get over here. Contract. Boom, right there. 22,000. Collect. So, getting back up to that 300,000 level. So, yeah, we'll get this moving along. Good. Oops, somebody hit that stop sign. I don't know who that would have been. Anyway, we'll go ahead and move along to the next day here. Maybe see if we can get another contract going and go from there. So, we'll see you all in a little bit. So I went ahead and went to the next month here. So we're in September now. As you can see, I'm doing more contracts. So we got, I almost released everything. I'm like, wait, I got stuff in my thing. So we got this one was lime. This is the field we just harvested last month. So then they wanted us to lime it. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So we got that lime. Got this one fertilized too. Then this one we're working on. And this is the other one that we'll do, which is right by our farm. So it's coming along. Actually, I can complete 2 of these guys. You know, bam, bam. So they're 20 some odd thousand. Look at that, 39,000 for that lime one. I was like, ooh, that's a good one. And then 15 for the other one. Then there'll be 22 each of those. So we'll have close to 400,000. And I was looking at I was like, oh, I didn't. For some reason, I kept on thinking we're past harvest time for these crops, but we're not. We're about to harvest, so that's cool. Next month here, as you can see right here, Sorry about that. I'm trying to watch that. How dark these are. I'm like, ooh. So if we look at the calendar, corn and soybeans will be able to harvest next month. So that's a good idea. We're getting these contracts going so we can actually afford a harvester. Now, it might be, depending on what we want to do, we may go ahead and same thing. Let me double check something now. I'm thinking about it. Nothing to use. We want to keep new for a new farm type deal, but it's all good. So we're using the fertilizer, or these contracts to actually help give us a little boost so we can buy some more stuff for us for our farm. But yeah, no, this is going along fairly well there. This is a nice farm over here too. I forgot all about this one here. I didn't forget about it, but I mean it's like one of those. Oh yeah, it's got the sheep and the cows there. And yeah, 3 fields there, so that's not a bad little guy right there too. It's pretty good, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, this is gonna be good. We're gonna get this worked out, and then next month we'll be okay. So 2240, so we'll be at 375. Oof. We might be able to go ahead and just buy a harvester. I mean, worst case, we might buy the header this time and then just release the harvester and then move on from that point. But ideally, yeah, we definitely want to get a good harvester. Good harvester. We got a tractor, spreader. We're gonna need a plow because one of those fields we're gonna need to plow up. Seeder. So yeah, we're gonna need quite a bit. Just another thing why I don't know if I'm gonna go ahead and buy the harvester right now. There's so many other things that we need to get. Smaller things that we can buy instead of just buying one big piece of machinery and let it sit for another year. Instead of just buying smaller equipment like what we got here right now, we can get like 2 or 3 or 4 things even and call it a day. I don't know. And then of course with that part, certain things like this, what we're doing now, we can use to harvest with, or we can utilize to do contracts to make it a little cheaper. We'll save some money on the leasing of the equipment that way. And just some thoughts, just throwing some ideas out there, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, we'll get these contracts completed out and then move along to our harvest day. So pretty excited about that. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish these all up and go from there. But beautiful. Oops. That's the thing, is you get into the cornfields like, where? Can't see. Corn just takes over. Take over. But I'm going to go ahead and finish these all up. And then, like I said, next month we're going to be harvesting. We got some harvesting to do. Got some field work. Harvesting, plowing, planting, fertilizing, liming, whatever we got to do. Shouldn't have to lime again. We just did that, but it's going to be crazy. Corn's going to go in the dryer. Woohoo! We're going to use that right away, too. Sweet. So, yeah. We're going to go ahead and call it on that one there, but don't forget to like, subscribe, say hello. Let me know how you doing. Let me know what's going on in your world. Hope you have a great day, morning, night, evening, whatever you got going on while you're watching this. Thank you all so much, and where's the tractor? Thank you all so much. Just appreciate you. Take care, and bye-bye.